Welcome to this February 27th, 2026 YouTube live stream. I'm your host, Justin Mack with McDermott Media, coming to you from the War Room, straight from the underground. Here at Freedom News Now, we're talking breaking news out of Michigan. Michigan judge arrested. We're also talking Lakewood, New Jersey. Big news. Viral news, trending news out of Lakewood, New Jersey. Invasion, total invasion of Lakewood, New Jersey. Looks like another city filled with massive fraud. Lakewood, New Jersey. Plus, Lakewood, New Jersey has their own secret police force. Live, we'll be diving into it. Make sure you hit that like tab, hit that subscribe tab. If you're new here at Freedom News Now, go follow us over on Facebook. We're back building our Facebook channel back up. Freedom News Now Facebook. Go follow us on Facebook, Freedom News Now. Leave your comments. Michigan judge arrested. Breaking news. Michigan federal judge Thomas Ludington takes a leave after DUI arrest. Federal judge takes leave from bench after reports circulate of a DUI arrest in northern Michigan. He tried to hide it, but he got caught. Looks like independent media sleuths, First Amendment auditors, independent journalists caught this judge and exposed him all over social media. Otherwise, he never would have been caught. Bay City, Michigan. A federal judge who presides in Bay City has taken a leave of absence in the wake of media outlets reporting on his recent arrest following an alleged drunken driving crash. At the same time, a nonprofit judicial watchdog group has leveled a misconduct claim against the judge. U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Michigan announced that Judge Thomas L. Ludington volunteered to take a leave of absence from the bench pending the resolution of his own criminal matter in state court. Surprised this judge wasn't able to make it go away, just make it disappear like they always do. Just make it disappear. Looks like we may get some justice. You got to like that. You got to hit the like tab for that. Might get some justice on some of these radical judges. Michigan's full of them. Formal complaint filed against Michigan judge charged with super drunk OWI leading to a crash. Judge Thomas Ludington, named a federal judge in 2006 by former President George W. Bush. A formal complaint, Grand Rapids, Michigan, a formal complaint has been filed against a federal judge from Michigan who faces criminal charges from a drunk driving crash. I wonder how many people were injured. Was it a crash with injuries? Is this judge out not just committing a super drunk crime? He's out injuring other people, possibly. Federal judge in Bay City was arrested for being super drunk near his vacation home in Emmett County. The arrest didn't come to light until a report from independent media, First Amendment auditors, broke the news. Independent media, I'm telling you, that's the new media. A complaint was filed with the 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for more accountability within the federal court. They want more accountability. Complaint raises questions on how Ludington, the judge's arrest, stayed out of the public eye for so long. and only took a leave of absence until it came to light. That's what's happened, and same thing happened in Jackson, Michigan. Judges Judge Rapley, a female feminist judge, was out on leave for months and months, years out on leave on the taxpayer's dime. D12 Judge Rapley, she's completely nuts, allegedly, completely lost her mind. She was allowed to keep taking money until an auditor here, McDermott Media, exposed it for hundreds of thousands to see. This judge was out on leave for years due to mental illness, allegedly, completely lost her mind. Judge Rapley, D12 judge. She's not the only one. We brought attention to it, exposed it, and then she was forced out. She resigned quietly, went away, resigned only after it was brought to the attention. After here at Freedom News Now, McDermott Media exposed this judge out on leave of absence, taking thousands, tens of thousands of dollars out leave of absence because she was completely mentally ill, completely nuts, totally lost her mind, allegedly. She's not the only one. Got another judge up there, Jackson, Michigan, D12 judge. Judge Thomas Wilson, longtime Jackson County judge, retiring after accusations of misconduct. One of the only white Christian male judges in Jackson County. The prosecutor's office, the judicial office, all been taken over by feminism in Jackson County, by feminist prosecutors, feminist judges, man-hating judges, man-hating prosecutors. They love arresting the white man for failure to pay child support. All the while they let thousands of the illegal aliens that flooded Jackson, Michigan go with violent felony crimes. They get let go just to skip town to the next city over. But the white man, the white Christian male, gets hammered with failure to pay child support. What a scam. That's only a white Christian male crime. Jackson, Michigan, nearly 2 decades after he took the bench and battled Jackson County Circuit Judge Thomas Wilson, is now retiring at the end of the month after recent misconduct claims came to light due to a recent First Amendment auditor, independent journalist, shedding the light on it again, shedding light on these cockroaches up at Jackson County D12. Judge Thomas Wilson, he was the judge presiding over the FBI case, with the sham case with Governor Gretchen Whitmer, where a few of the guys got sent to prison for multiple years. The judge worked with the feds, with the DOJ, with the Attorney General's office, the defense attorneys, the prosecutors. No one was allowed to use the word entrapment in this federal case. All these young Michigan men, these out there exercising their Second Amendment rights out on the back 40 like anyone does. Most anyone in Michigan enjoys farming, hunting, fishing. The feds schemed up a plan to railroad these boys, and Judge Thomas Wilson was right there with them. No one was allowed to use the word entrapment in that case, in that FBI case. Couldn't use the word entrapment. The judge barred it. The feds barred it. The prosecutors, none of the defense attorneys ever used it once to help defend these Michigan boys who were railroaded in this FBI Governor Whitmer scam, sham. Most of them got thrown out, got dismissed. They won in court, but there were a couple boys in Jackson, Michigan that got railroaded. That was Judge Thomas Wilson that was presiding over that case. He hamstrung the defense. He hamstrung them. They couldn't provide any defense at all. Any defense they had, they ruled it was inadmissible. They weren't allowed to talk about it in court. That was Judge Thomas Wilson. Now Judge Thomas Wilson is out due to misconduct. Another corrupt judge. One of the only white Christian male judges left there. Now it's all females, feminism, Jewish judges, feminist judges, mud slime judges, Sharia judges. We're exposing it for all to see. Let's get those likes up there. Get those likes up there. What a great time to be alive. So thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you joining us here on these YouTube live streams. We're also talking Lakewood, New Jersey. Exposing Lakewood, New Jersey invasion, Jewish invasion, tiny hat invasion, Lakewood, New Jersey. Massive fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey. It's not just Minneapolis with the Muslims, with the Somalis. Massive Jewish fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey. Make sure you look it up. It's got to go viral, stay trending. Got to expose all the fraudsters. In this case, Jewish fraudsters in Lakewood, New Jersey. Massive Jewish fraud. Massive Jewish invasion, Lakewood, New Jersey. It's real bad. Real bad. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We'll find it for you. Lakewood, New Jersey. Lakewood, New Jersey has a massive and rapidly growing. What's it say? What's the population in Lakewood, New Jersey? Lakewood, New Jersey has a massive and rapidly growing Orthodox Jewish population, estimated to be around 2/3 or 70% of the township's total population, which is over 100,000 residents, making it one of the largest Jewish communities outside of Israel. Wow. Right here in America, massive Jewish invasion. While exact census figures are elusive due to the community's secret and rapid growth, the community is characterized by large families, high birth rates, and a significant presence of yeshivas like the Beth Midrash Jehovah. Wow, Lakewood, New Jersey, a complete takeover, full on invasion. Where's ICE at when you need them? Where's ICE at? Lakewood, New Jersey. You know, and they're allowed to have 10, 12, 15 kids. Who's paying for all these kids? You know, they're studying all the time. They're studying the Talmud. They don't even work. They're getting all this free money. It's just like the Somali free money, the child care scam, daycare scam in Minneapolis. Looks like it's going on in Lakewood, New Jersey. How can these Jewish families afford to have a dozen kids? Who can afford to have a dozen kids? How many Christians can afford to have a dozen kids? Could you imagine being a white Christian Native American with a dozen kids? How much you'd pay in child support? At $800 per kid? So if you've got 10 kids, like one of these Jewish families in Lakewood, New Jersey, you have 10 kids as a white Christian man, you've got to pay $8,000 a month in child support. But the Jewish, they can have 10 kids and the state pays for it all. The Christian that pays their taxes, they pay for it all. The taxpayers, the American taxpayers pay for it all. What a scam. Where's the government at? Where's JD Vance with his massive fraud agency? Why isn't he sniffing out all the fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey? Looks like there could be billions of dollars of fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey, with this being perpetrated by this massive Jewish population. Exposed by Tyler Oliveira, independent journalist, YouTube creator, another independent journalist, auditor, exposing massive fraud, just like Nick Shirley did with the Somali population. Where's our mainstream media at? They won't even touch it. They won't even talk about it. Where's the right-wing influencers at? They won't even talk about it. All they want to do is bash Tyler Oliveira. They were all praising, worshiping Nick Shirley. Oh, they worship Nick Shirley over exposing Somali fraud, Muslim fraud. But once it comes time to expose massive Jewish fraud, probably much bigger than the Somali fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey, oh, it's crickets. Oh, they want to go on the attack. They want to attack the independent journalists for exposing the massive Jewish fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey. Well, no, we got to root out all fraud. Every single centy, every single penny, every single cent needs to be rooted out. If we're going to save the republic, if we're going to save America, if we're going to protect our blood, protect our soil, protect our Christian identity, every single penny of fraud needs to be rooted out and prosecuted. And we need to get some of these dirty, corrupt judges to prosecute. That leads us to the secret police. Lakewood has their own secret police department. They've got their own Jewish police department that they go after any white Christians and they're trying to expose their Jewish fraud. What's that all about? They have their own secret police that's allowed to take place in Lakewood, New Jersey. I thought that's a crime. What happened to federal crimes? Are the feds not enforcing any crime in Lakewood, New Jersey? Just like Minneapolis, just like Minnesota, just like Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan, Hamtramck, Michigan, Jackson, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Where's ICE at? Where are the feds at arresting all these foreign nationals and illegals employed at Kroger, employed at Walmart, employed at the U.S. Post Office? Foreign nationals can't even read your mail, can't even speak English, working at the U.S. Post Office. Let's get those likes up there. Smash that like tab. Smash that subscribe tab. Got to get those likes up there. What's up, Brett Rhea? Welcome, welcome. Farmer, welcome. Ring, welcome. What a great time to be alive. So yeah, Lakewood, New Jersey, they got their own secret police force weaponized against the Christians, apparently. Looks like there needs to be a mass audit. And the feds need to go out, and ICE needs to be in Lakewood, New Jersey. Why does it take First Amendment auditors? Why does it take independent media, independent journalists like Tyler Oliveira to expose all this massive fraud? Why can't the mainstream media use some of their billions of dollars to focus on real issues, real fraud in America to save the republic. Like the real heroes, the First Amendment journalists like Tyler Oliveira, like Nick, like Justin Mack here at McDermott Media. Got to get out there and do your part. Did you all see the whole Cars for Kids mocking the Somali Learning Center? Cars for Kids spelled with a K instead of a C. Did you know that Cars for Kid is just a big, apparently it's ran out of New Jersey by Lakewood, New Jersey, the Jewish population. Don't donate any of your cars to the Cars for Kid. It's all just another big Jewish scam, a big fraud scam, allegedly. That's been exposed by independent media, independent journalists. Who would have thought the whole Cars for Kids scam was a big Jewish fraud scam? To scam money off honest, hardworking Christian Americans. What a scam. Don't give another dime to that scam. That apparently it's a big Jewish fraud scam, Cars for Kids. You've all seen it plastered all over the telescreens, in your face all the time with their marketing. Now you know why. And then the journalist Tyler, he got his Patreon removed. Got his Patreon removed, completely removed for exposing Lakewood, New Jersey. Look at Nick Shirley. He exposed Muslim fraud, massive Somali fraud in Minneapolis, and he got praised. He got raised, put up on a pedestal. He got invited to the White House. He got invited to the State of the Union address. Got celebrated at the highest levels for exposing Somali fraud, Muslim fraud. But look what happens to Tyler Oliveira, independent media, independent journalist, for exposing massive Jewish fraud in Lakewood, New Jersey. He gets demonetized, deplatformed, censored. Patreon completely bans his page. It's real. Try not to notice too much. You could be next. Try not to notice too much. Hit that like tab, hit that subscribe tab. Now's the time. Appreciate you, Brett. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, so recap, we're talking breaking news. Michigan judge arrested, a federal judge, and complaints filed against him. Michigan federal judge Thomas Ludington takes a leave of absence after his DUI arrest that was uncovered by independent media, independent journalists. We got a Jackson, Michigan D12 judge retiring after being accused of misconduct, accused of harassment, and drinking while on the job after being exposed by McDermott Media, Freedom News Now, after being exposed by independent media. You got to hit the like tab for that. How many of you all exposed judges? We've got multiple judges removed after another D12 judge, Rapley, was out on leave for months and months, for years, allegedly for being completely mentally ill, completely insane, completely lost her mind, was totally shot. Allegedly, we exposed it. Then she finally resigned after we exposed it to hundreds of thousands of people. Now another judge, Judge Thomas Wilson, one of the only white Christian male judges left. The D12 Jackson, Michigan courthouse that's been fully taken over by feminist judges, radical feminist judges like Allison Bates-Stein, radical man-hating feminist judges like Allison Bates-Stein, who loves flooding your communities with thousands of illegal aliens, all the while stripping you, the white Christian, of all your rights, your First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, arresting you, sending her hired guns to arrest you for failure to pay child support. That's only a white Christian crime. What a scam. And then, of course, the Lakewood, New Jersey invasion, the total and complete invasion in Lakewood, New Jersey, the Jewish invasion. Exposing it here at Freedom News Now. What a great time to be alive. Never been a better time than now. Get out there and record your First Amendment audit. Get out and record your first Second Amendment audit. Get out there and record. Never a better time than now. Talking about the Lakewood, New Jersey. Lakewood, New Jersey has a massive and rapidly growing Orthodox Jewish population, estimated to be around 2/3 or 70% of the total population, making it one of the largest Jewish communities outside of Israel. Lakewood, New Jersey, total invasion. It's time for the Christians to rise up, stand by, do your part, protect your blood, protect your soil, protect your Christian identity. All you base chads need to rise up. LARPing around, all you base chads, get out there and LARP around. Protect your Christian identity. Now is the time before it's too late. It's a great time to be alive. So thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you who watches us here on these YouTube live streams, who joins us here on these YouTube live streams. I want to share a message with you to wrap this live stream up. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare me a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint me my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Thank you for watching this YouTube live stream. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, civil rights education YouTube videos, and I'll see you on the next one.